big win for you, and like I said, you know, the opportunity to fight a former champion was big for you. So what's the emotion like after a victory like that?
It's very exciting, but to be honest, more excited that I went in and executed the game plan exactly how we envisioned it, and I'd actually thought that we would get the opportunity to throw that head kick in round 2. I didn't know exactly when, but I saw the opportunity early, and there it was.
Break it down. What was the game plan exactly?
I wanted to go out there and chop that lead leg. I know that he, you know, just from watching all his videos, you know, he hasn't really changed that much. There was talk of him, you know, with a new striking coach, and he was cutting angles and lighter on his feet. So I was interested to see if that's what I was going to see when I got in there with him, but it wasn't. He was still heavy on that lead leg and loading up that left hand, which I think everybody knows to expect that from Johnny at this point. And the solution to that is chop the heck out of that front leg. I was throwing the teep to the body. That's one of my favorite kicks. I've got away from it, for a while, but it's back, and that just sets up the head kick then, and it works perfect against southpaws. And as you see, there's the result: head kick knockout.
Got to ask you, what did when he missed weight? What were your thoughts? I mean, kind of unprofessional, but I would think maybe you're like, oh, fine.
No, very unprofessional, but fine. You know. I've been fighting at much heavier weights than this before, but we had joked about that in camp. You know, somebody said, what are the chances of him missing weight at this one? And I said, I don't really care if he does. And I jokingly said he might. And then when Marcus came to me the morning of the weigh-ins and said he was going to miss and not even attempt it, we still had a couple hours or an hour and a half left at that point. It's like, oh, all right, I guess we'll see how this goes. If he's not willing to cut a couple extra pounds, kind of speaks to his professionalism, but he's a former world champ. You can't take that away from him. He'll always have that title, and for me it was just a great opportunity to get in there and test my skills against him. There was definitely some points in there. He threw that left hand, whiffed by my face a couple times, real close, didn't touch me, but I knew that that's definitely not something you want to get hit by.
And last one for me, certainly a signature win for you now. Where do you think you go from here? I mean, is there something, a date, a name, I mean, what's the plan for you for the rest of the year?
Whew, I don't know. The way my shin's feeling right now, I want a little bit of time off. But I'm the type of fighter who will answer the phone, whenever they call. I don't have anybody specific picked out. I think the UFC does a pretty good job at making fun fights. I know this was a fun fight. I always like walking out and having a bunch of people booing at me and telling me I'm going to get knocked out, and they're having fun trying to bust on me, but I had an idea of exactly how it was going to go tonight. It felt good to execute.
Obviously you've seen it in the past, you were joking about it in camp and stuff. When you actually miss the weight, do you get more confidence, like saying, this is going to be an easy night to be off?
In a way, yes, because I had seen some stuff online, not that I look on, actually Marcus saw stuff, I don't even get on there and look around, but he said that Johnny had been weighing out after practice at 189 or whatever, so I don't see any reason why he didn't make the weight other than just a lack of discipline, and really, maybe he was taking me lightly, I don't know, but anybody who does that probably should rethink.
Did he do anything in the fight at all that surprised you, or in last year, just like the game plan that you guys had mapped out?
I had expected after landing some of those body kicks that he would, go into like a rush, just charge at me, try to put me on the cage and drag me down. So that would be the only surprise, that he didn't have that response. So, but in saying that, I didn't have to adjust to it. But I was definitely prepared mentally for, okay, when's it coming? When's that shot coming? And I was even thinking of him shooting off that left hand, throwing the big left looper and then diving in. So, but it didn't come. So, no surprises. It's, you definitely know that there's you just have to prepare yourself beforehand. I knew coming in here how the crowd is going to be. It's not the first time I've been in hostile territory. And it's fun. It's fun to come in here and do that. And I think there were plenty of Barbarian fans. I had heard a lot of guys screaming, and I met a lot of people out, before the fight that definitely are very supportive, but it's fun.